Today I want to talk to you about Blue Dog. And Blue Dog was painted by an artist named George Rodrigue. George Rodrigue was born in Louisiana in 1944, and he lived most of his life in Louisiana. He actually got interested in art when he was a child, and he was recovering from polio. A lot of people who had polio were stuck in the bed, had trouble with their breathing, but it was a time that he was able to focus his energy on learning how to draw and sculpt and paint. As he got older, he did create Blue Dog. Now, Blue Dog is kind of a mixture of two characters. Blue Dog is a mixture of a dog that he had named Tiffany and this mythical made-up werewolf that they called Lou Garou. So Blue Dog is a really interesting creature, and Blue Dog appeared in so many different types of paintings. Sometimes Blue Dog just had on maybe a suit, because why not? Sometimes Blue Dog might be dressed up as a butterfly. Now, he also was influenced by pop art, and pop artists, they would take things in common culture, popular culture, and they would either repeat them or show them in different colors or in different ways. So let's see if we can see some pop art in here. Okay, here's an image of Blue Dog being repeated over and over and over again. Pop art also would include using images that you would see in your life, things that are popular, like the American flag could be popular. Other things that he did is he changed where Blue Dog would be. He might have just done a Blue Dog with, say, an abstract background. I really like this background. I like the colors. Sometimes he did something that almost looked like a tie-dye background. But then sometimes he wanted to take Blue Dog somewhere specific. I have in my book where it says that Blue Dog has become sort of a traveler and that his paintings can take him anywhere. And I like that idea. Blue Dog could be in front of some oaks, and these look a lot like some oaks that we have around Mobile with their Spanish moss. Blue Dog could be in a field of flowers. Blue Dog really could be anywhere. So today we're going to learn how to draw Blue Dog. Now, these are a couple of examples that I did. Here's one that's crayon, one that's marker. You can use whatever colors that you have. I want you to think about how you want Blue Dog to appear on your paper. You may want to watch the full video of how to draw Blue Dog first, and then decide if you want to do like a full body Blue Dog or just a portrait, like head and shoulders of Blue Dog, or if you wanted to turn your paper sideways. I'm going to show you how to do a Blue Dog full body up and down, like on a portrait piece of paper, and then you can decide how you would like to place Blue Dog on your paper. All right, I'm going to get started. Let's make sure that we can see my paper. Okay. All right, so for Blue Dog, about the middle of Blue Dog's body is where his little top jaw is, right here, this sort of rainbow shape. So if you are doing a bigger Blue Dog, then your rainbow shape may be a little bigger, and if you're doing a smaller Blue Dog, your rainbow shape will be a little bit smaller, but it's basically going to be in the middle of your Blue Dog. Blue Dog has really tall ears, and I think that takes up a lot of the top of Blue Dog. So about the middle of my page, I'm going to draw that kind of rainbow shape. Now, I'm going to draw with a crayon. I think you can see it pretty well, but you will probably want to draw yours with a pencil. So we've started with our little rainbow shape. His nose goes right above it, and it's what I would call a rounded off rectangle. So I'm going to kind of start with two lines. These are parallel lines. They go the same way, one right above the other. And then I'm going to do curved lines to connect it on the side. So we've made a rounded rectangle. And he has two little oval nostrils. I'm going to go ahead and color kind of around my nostrils just so that you can see that nose better. It's kind of funny looking right now. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and draw that little bottom chin just so we don't forget it later. And it's just an upside down rainbow shape. All right, so now we need to put in the sides that go around his nose. It's almost shaped like a vase, but if you want to start from the bottom line here of the first rainbow shape that you drew. You draw kind of a rounded or C shape on either side of the nose. They don't have to be perfect. And then you sort of go up in the middle and up in the middle. It's skinnier here and wider here. So that's going to be the white part that goes right in the middle of Blue Dog's face. Blue Dog has these really piercing yellow eyes, and they're bright yellow. I think that bright yellow is a good contrast against the blue. So I'm going to draw a circle on either side, kind of where it's skinnier here. His eyes also have kind of a little rounded shape that goes towards the nose, and then a little rounded shape that goes in the opposite corner of the eye if you were to draw a line straight across the eye. And I'm going to sort of color in mine just so that you can see them better. And then there's a black pupil right in the middle. And then other than color, this part of your eyes is about done. All right, so the white part here is sort of jagged because it's fur. So I'm just going to do sort of a zigzaggy line right there. Now the top of the head is just sort of a curved line that goes across. Now Blue Dog has big ears, so we've got to leave space on either side for those big ears. So for the ears, it's not a perfect triangle. I'm going to show a little bit of zigzag just to make them look like they have fur or hair. So I'm going to do sort of a zigzaggy line and then my triangle shape that goes towards that corner. And then sort of zigzag it back in. Same thing over here, sort of a zigzaggy line and a triangle shape. If you want to add some more zigzags coming back down, then you have those big ears. Now sometimes you can see that darker part on the inside of the ear. So I'm going to kind of put a shape that follows the overall shape of the ear and with some zigzaggy lines to connect. All right, so we have our Blue Dog sort of cheek area that comes in next. It is going to come all the way in and end about where the bottom of that nose is. So about right here. If you want to draw some little furry shapes as you make your way around, furry shapes, and kind of make my way around towards that nose. All right, so we kind of have our Blue Dog face. Let's put in a few more details around the eyes. Blue Dog does have some sort of dark areas around the eyes. There's one here and one here on the bottom, just sort of some curved lines. And then it almost looks like Blue Dog has eyebrows, which I think makes Blue Dog look very expressive. I'm going to do another thicker line up here. Okay, so now our Blue Dog body. In all of the pictures where you can see the whole body of Blue Dog, it seems like Blue Dog is sitting in a very similar position. So Blue Dog is not a super skinny dog. You can't really see Blue Dog's neck because of the way that he's sitting. So we're just going to draw sort of the outside lines of the body on either side. And now we're going to draw in Blue Dog's front feet, and they sort of face out this way. So I'm going to draw a curved line here. It almost looks like a human foot, and then a curved line over here. And then you can draw these as the front legs kind of come up where you can see them part of the way up on the body. And then Blue Dog's body slopes kind of a smile shape or an upside down rainbow in between those front two paws. So I'm going to draw that line there. And then the back legs, sometimes you can see a little bit of this hind leg shape over here. So I'm going to draw that right there. And then usually you can only see part of the other foot and not the full leg. And I don't see Blue Dog's tail in any of the pictures. It would be in the back, so you couldn't see it. So that's basically how to draw our Blue Dog. Now, if you draw yours on a different direction, if you want to go horizontal, then you would draw it a little bit smaller than I did here. But this leaves you room for a background. In this one, I was trying to draw one of those trees that kind of looks like our oak trees with Spanish moss, and then I added in what might look like little azaleas in the back, kind of like Blue Dog was walking around Spring Hill College. And then in this one, I did more of a portrait style where I didn't do the feet. I just did the head and the body, the shoulders. But I did more of an abstract kind of background, almost like a tie-dye effect on this one. But now, you know, Blue Dog's sometimes dressed up. Now you could do this almost like a paper doll, or you could draw this on your paper. But if you wanted to say, dress up Blue Dog like he was going to Mardi Gras, or if you wanted to dress up Blue Dog like he might be going to work, or like he's confused, you can dress Blue Dog however you want to. If you want to add any accessories to your Blue Dogs, if you want to put your Blue Dog in a place that's different. You could do it somewhere around Mobile, or you could do anywhere else you could imagine. Or if you want to just do more of an abstract background, you could do something like this. I can't wait to see how your Blue Dogs turn out.